Assalamu alaikum students. Today I am going to discuss about present indefinite tense, how this tense is used and what are the rules and regulations we must follow in this tense. Before discussing the rules and regulations about this tense, let me first of all tell you what is tense. An action expressed in the verb can take place in three different times. Tenses are the form taken by a verb to show the time of an action or the state of an event. And there are three tenses: the present tense, the past tense, and the future tense. Each of three tenses has four forms or subdivisions to show continuity or completeness of the action and time. And these are indefinite or simple, continuous or imperfect, perfect, and perfect continuous. So here you can say in present simple, you can see the example I work. In present continuous there will be I am working. Present perfect, I have worked. And present perfect continuous, I have been working. The simple present tense is used to talk about the present and the future. Now let's discuss how we can use this present indefinite tense in different situations to express habits. So it is also used to describe general truths for repeated actions or unchanging situations, emotions, and wishes, and to express fixed arrangements, present or future. So let's see with different examples how these different situations in present indefinite tense can be used. For example, your exam starts at 9 a.m. So this is a fixed arrangement or fixed time. So for fixed time we can also use present tense. Here present indefinite tense can also be used in order to show a habit. I get up early in the morning. I get up early in the morning. It's showing a continuous habit. Similarly, I work in London. This sentence is showing unchanging situation. London is a big city. This sentence is showing a general truth and to give instructions or directions. So present indefinite tense can also be used to give instructions or directions. You walk for 200 meters and then you turn left. For fixed arrangements, his mother arrives tomorrow. Our holidays start on the 26th March. This tense is also used for repeated actions or events. For example, it rains every afternoon in the hot season. Usually there is too much cold in the month of January. And for general truths, water freezes at 0 degrees. The earth revolves around the sun. With future constructions, she will see you before she leaves, and we will give it to her when she arrives. So students, you might have an idea how we can use present indefinite tense in different situations. So now let's see how to form this tense. In the third person singular, he, she, it, SRES is used with the first form of the verb. Here you can see in these examples, he wants, she needs, he gives, she thinks. So you can see all these subjects are third person. Here you can see all these verbs: want, need, give, think. So we have added s with all these verbs. So these are the verbs where we have added s with the third person singular, right? And negative and question forms use does with the third person. When we will convert these sentences into negative or interrogatives, we will use does. And when we will use does, we will remove this s with the first form of the verb, because this s or es will be replaced with do. He wants ice cream. Does he want ice cream? He does not want ice cream. So here you can see that when we have placed does either in interrogative form or either in negative form, we have removed s with the first form of the verb. So in negative and interrogative sentences, we will use does or does not with the only first form of the verb without adding s or es. Now let's see how s or es is added with the first form of the verb in present indefinite tense with the third person singular. In interrogative and negative sentences, only first form of the verb is used, as I have told you earlier, and s or es is placed with do with the third person singular. Now let's see how you can place s or es with different type of verbs. Verbs ending in y, the third person changes the y to ies. The verbs which will end with y, y will be removed and then we will replace ies. You can see in these examples, fly will be converted into flies by removing y and placing ies. Similarly, cry, y is removed and ies will be replaced instead of y. He cries, birds fly or bird flies. ठीक है? Exception, if there is a vowel before the y, so this is the rule, how you can place simple s with any with first form of the verb in present indefinite tense. If there is a vowel before y, then you will place simple s. Play, plays, pray, praise, need, needs, think, thinks. So you will add es to verbs ending in double s, x, sh and ch, right? He passes. Yes, here you can find at the end of the verb pass double s. Similarly, here in this verb catch, you can see ch at the end of the verb, so we will place es. And here in this example, fix, right? Fix is ending with the x, so we will place es. Similarly, in push, here push is ending with sh and we will place es. So these are the rules which you must follow in present indefinite tense while placing s or es. Now let's discuss with first person singular and second person singular how we will use present indefinite tense. With first person singular, I, we and they, and second person you, only first form of the verb is used without the addition of s or es. So here in second and first person, no addition is done with the first form of the verb, so only single form of the verb can be used. I play, we play, they play, you play, right? So in this chart you can see three forms of present indefinite tense. In simple sentence we will use I think. So here you can see it's the first person, and we will convert it in interrogative by placing do I think. Similarly in negative, just not will be placed with do, I don't think. In first person plural, we think, only first form of verb will be used also. So do we think and we don't think. They think, do they think. Similarly, in third person plural, we will also use the only single form of the verb. Do they think, they don't think. You think, do you think, you don't think. And in third person singular, he, she, it, we will use, as I have discussed earlier, s or es with the first form of the verb. He thinks, does he think, he does not think. Here in this interrogative and in negative examples, you can see that we have removed s with the first form of the verb. She thinks, does she think, she does not think. It seems, does it seem, and it doesn't seem. Now let's discuss present continuous tense. How present continuous tense is formed. This tense actually describes a continued or ongoing actions at the present time, and it expresses an action which is in progress at the time of speaking and hasn't been yet completed. In the following conditions, we use the present continuous tense. Actions happening in the moment. For example, we are learning grammar. Look, that man is reading a book. For fixed arrangements for the future, he is getting married in July. And temporary events, he is living in another city for the moment. So we can also use present continuous tense to complain, to emphasize continuous behavior with words like always, forever, and constantly. He is always complaining. In present continuous tense, is or am and first form of the verb with ing is used. And in negative sentences, not is placed after helping verbs, and in interrogative sentences, is or am is placed at the start of the sentence. Here in this table, all these forms have been described. He is talking. He is not talking in negative form, and in interrogative form, is he talking. Similarly, she is living, she is not living. Is she living? So here you can see that with he, she, it, we use is and first form of the verb by placing ing. So, and in negative we will just place not, and in interrogative we will place is at the start of the sentence. Similarly, in third person plural and with second person and first person plural, we will use or, right? And with the first person I, we will use am with the first form of the verb by placing ing. I am not working. I am working. I am not working. Am I working? So here in this table, all these forms have been described to make the idea clear about simple, negative, and interrogative sentences. In simple sentences, simply has and have with third form of the verb has been used. I have done my work. I haven't done my work. In negative, we will just place not after helping verb have or has. And in interrogative sentences, have or has will be placed at the start of the sentence. Have I done my work? He has completed his homework. He hasn't completed his homework. Has he completed his homework? And with third person plural, we will use have. Similarly, with first person singular and plural, I and have, I and we have will also used. they have taken their exams and they have not taken their exams. Have they taken their exam? So after discussing present present perfect tense, let's see how present perfect continuous tense is used. The present perfect continuous tense, also known as the present perfect progressive tense, shows that something started in the past and is continuing at the present time. The present perfect continuous is formed using the helping verbs has, have plus been and plus first form along with ing. In present perfect tense, we just used has, have with the third form of the verb, but here in present perfect tense we will use been, and instead of using first form, we instead of using third form, we will use first form with the addition of ing. I have been reading a book for a month. It has been raining since morning. So you can see here in this present perfect continuous tense we use have been, has been, first form with the addition of ing. And apart from using have been, has been, and first form with the addition of ing, we will use also for and since in this tense, in this perfect continuous tense. So how for and since is used in present perfect continuous tense. We often use for and since when talking about time, and we use for with a period of time in the past, present or future that is not specific. It refers to periods of time, for example 3 years, 4 years, ages, a long time, months and years. And we normally use since with the present perfect to describe an action or situation that began in the past and continues in the present. So since is used when specifying the starting point. I have been living in this house for the last 10 years. So for is used when we are not specific about a specific time. Here you can see the example of since, how since is used. He has been smoking since childhood. So here childhood is a specific period of time. So with the specific period of time we use since. It has been raining since morning, right? Here is an activity. Here I have given different sentences, and you are supposed to change these sentences into present indefinite, negative and interrogative in different forms of the present indefinite tense in order to assess your knowledge. Thank you for watching.